This is a tarot reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Tarot is not fortune telling. I will not tell you anything you don't already know. This is just a tool for your soul's expansion, so if you're okay with that, we're going to get straight into the reading. It looks like right now, Capricorn, you're celebrating some sort of victory, or you're moving towards victory, success, winning something, leveling up, public recognition, like gratification from others. Others are acknowledging your leveling up, whether that's through like haters or that's through people who genuinely support you. But when you reach new levels, there's new devils, so just be aware of that. But yeah, it looks like right now you're being raised above others, or you've hit a certain level in your life. People are starting to recognize that. People are starting to talk to you about your efforts. Maybe this came through a lot of contemplation and meditation with the Four of Swords here. Maybe you had to really think about what it is that you wanted, put your sights on that, and move towards that. It looks like maybe you're coming out of a rest period, or since you've reached a new level, now you're going into a rest period where it's like you worked really hard to overcome and get out of the Five of Wands, and now which is conflict, a time of conflict, and now you're at the Six of Wands where it's like, okay, you've overcome that conflict, whatever that was, whether that was internal conflict, where your actions were different than your belief system, or if it was external conflict, which stems from internal confliction, where you're having unnecessary drama with other people, fighting, arguing. You're coming out of that and you've reached a new level, but now you're needing some rest and recuperation, or maybe because of that, now you're you're changing your perspective. And with changing your perspective, sometimes we need to basically rest and recuperate. It's like after change, sometimes we need to rest. It looks like you are working towards reciprocity with the Six of Coins. This is like the scales being balanced. You're starting to see where certain areas of your life you were giving energy towards them and not getting much in return. So this could be like a job that's not paying you well enough for like how qualified you are or how hard you work. This could be you just energetically, you're putting your energy into certain life situations that have to do with the physical world that weren't giving back to you. That could be relationships as well. You could have been giving to relationships that weren't reciprocal, so you were pouring all your energy into these people, giving, and getting nothing back. Or you could be on the opposite end of that, where you're taking from situations, programs, people, and you aren't willing to put in the work back. You're just wanting handouts. So only you can know what side of the coin you're on for that. There's something about walking in alignment, finding your soul's purpose. The Judgment card is a card about people who are dead, and then they're meeting the angel, and they're ready to be received, and they're ready to be judged for their life, for their choices. So when the Judgment card comes in a reading, it's like, how can I walk in alignment with my soul's purpose? How can I be like the highest version of myself, the best version of myself? The things that I'm doing, the energy that I'm putting into situations and people, my emotions, my thoughts, is it all in alignment with what I want? Is it in alignment with the highest good of myself and the highest good of all? Is it something that's fulfilling for me, purposeful? Or are you giving towards situations and surrounding yourself with energies that are draining? Are you doing, are you getting stuck in a rut and just doing like meaningless activities, distractions, things like that? It's looking at your actual choices, and are they a reflection of your morals, basically, your morals and your belief system, what you feel about yourself, what you feel about the world. I think that you're waiting for, or you're wishing on, or once you walk in alignment with your highest self, something will come out of the blue that is feeling like a reward or a sign that you are on the right path. I think that could be like monetary gain, or this could be like a job offer, or this could be you losing the weight, or this could be you establishing something in tangible form. This is like a manifestation or something like that. Something energetic, something in the 3D world will come into your view, and it will feel like it's coming out of nowhere, but it's through this hard work. It's through you looking at where you're putting your energy, looking at how you're living your life, looking at, are you giving yourself time to rest and recuperate from this, like these new responsibilities and new belief systems and new like actions that you're taking? Are you giving yourself time to think about things before you do them? Are you like, it's all of this is going to be aligning, and then you're going to get something out of it. At the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming is the 5 of Swords. So I was just thinking about this card as I was walking up here, because I was thinking, like, what is a better way to explain the 5 of Swords? And the 5 of Swords is all about, like, when you are arguing with someone, or like if you're trying to have a discussion with someone and you're trying to get them to see your point of view and they just never will, and so it's better to just walk away. That is the energy of this card. It's like there are always going to be people who are taking for themselves, wanting for themselves, who believe what they believe, and they're not going to see your point of view. Or the things that they say are never going to be empathetic, or it's like trying to convince someone to change their perspective, and they just never will. There's no reason to argue. There's no reason for conflict, because it's not going to change anything. You can't change anything through conflict, because 5 in tarot is about change and conflict. And you can't have one without the other, but you can't get change through pure conflict. Like, you can't force people to believe in what you believe or think what you think, and through conflict causes change. Does that make sense? I don't know how, if I'm explaining that in a correct way, but it's like, when things change, it can create conflict, but you can't create change through pure conflict. Does that make sense? Like, you can't force change to happen. You can't force people to change, but in you accepting that things are the way that they are, things inevitably change. Let's go ahead and do some clarification cards. The 6 of Wands is backed by the 5 of Cups. It looks like if you did go through conflict, because you have the 5 again, and that did create this newfound confidence in yourself, and like you took different actions, and so now you're getting gratification for that, or you're just getting recognition for that. And that could be like people being haters as well, because with new levels, new devils, so people become haters when you are changing and you're up leveling, because it makes them feel insecure about where they are, because they're beneath you now, because you've raised your vibration. But I think that you walked away from emotional investments that were no longer working out, or like for a while maybe you were focused on how certain things weren't working out for you, certain things were negative, they weren't fulfilling, whether that's relationships or just anything that you're emotionally investing in. And it's like, maybe in the past you were pessimistic about everything, and I think once you decided to focus on, or once you do decide, if you're still in this 5 of Cups energy of like pessimism and like thinking about all the things that aren't working out, if you can focus instead on what is working out, having gratitude for what you are thankful for currently, it will help you move into that new level. Sometimes when we're like wallowing in self-pity, it's like we're just attracting more things to be sorry for. You need to focus on gratitude. So gratitude journaling is something I recommend to people, The Four of Swords is backed by the High Priestess. So this is about using your intuition. Since it's paired with the Four of Swords, it's like being able to look back at everything that you've been through and what have you learned from it. Because the High Priestess is somebody who has access to sacred knowledge, but she had to be initiated into that through trials and tribulations. So the only way that you learn lessons is if you go through things that are going to teach you the lesson. So trials and tribulations, look back on the things that you've already been through and how have you learned from that and what worked then and how can you apply it now. Because everything is cyclical and it just comes in different manifestations, but it's all like similar themed lessons. And so something that you're struggling with currently could have a similar vibe to something that you've experienced in the past, and you can look back on that and see like what this current challenge is probably trying to teach you. The Six of Pentacles is backed by the Three of Pentacles. So I think that you maybe have like cut some people off or cut some things off that you were giving your energy to that weren't reciprocal, meaning, you know, you weren't getting anything back from everything that you were giving, and now you only have a couple people in your corner, or like your circle's smaller, or you're very selective about who you're choosing to work with moving forward. The Three of Pentacles is about collaboration and being able to see other people's points of view, having to work with others, having to put an effort to get something, and working with others to get there. I think the ground is so wet. I think right now, because with the Judgment and Ace of Pentacles, you have Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, and the Sun card. I think right now you really need to focus on independence, focus on walking away from things that no longer serve you. You don't have to stay in situations just because you've invested time and energy and emotions into them, whether that's relationships, a job, a place that you live, a way of being. Like, it's okay to reinvent yourself. It's okay to change everything about your life. It's okay to walk away from things that aren't serving you. I think right now you are independent. You are somebody who's providing for yourself. Maybe you're providing for others. I think that once you walk away from what's no longer serving you, and once you focus on your independence, something will be illuminated for you that maybe you feel like you're in the dark about right now, or like an answer that you're seeking that you can't see. Like, maybe right now you're feeling a little bit discontent with the things that you have in your life, or like you're not feeling 100% emotionally fulfilled because you're focusing on negativity. I think once you can walk away from the negative emotions, don't let them overwhelm you. You can feel them, but don't let them control you. Focus on your independence. Focus on working with only the people who are going to collaborate with you, not the people who are going to take from you and take from you and take from you. Listening to your intuition, giving yourself rest, journaling, listening to your dreams, looking back on, the things that you've been through, focusing on gratitude, not everything that hasn't worked out. If you are being raised a level, or if you want to be raised another level, know that not everyone's going to understand. Know that people are going to test you. Things are going to come in to test you. Once you do this, it's like you will see the sun. Something will be illuminated for you, whatever it is that you're seeking, whatever it is that you're looking for. I think you also see that you do have like people in your corner or things to be emotionally fulfilled about. You just have to focus on them. I'm going to pull one oracle card to end this reading. You have Sacred Boundaries. number 43. Tiger palm is the medicine of sacred boundaries. Tigers are masters of their territory. In the jungle, tiger says no to living near other tigers because she knows this will diminish the amount of food in her territory. Tiger says yes to living near water, for she knows it's good medicine to relax and play in the flowing waters. Tiger is bold and never thinks twice about whether she should allow something toxic and dramatic in her environment, nor does she ever feel bullied or coerced into doing something she does not want to do. Tiger is so strong because she creates firm boundaries. Tiger's power comes from knowing and honoring herself. We teach people how to treat us. Never expect others to automatically respect and treat you with the justice, love, and consideration you deserve, even when you treat them with kindness. Articulate and create boundaries through courteous speech. For many people, conflict is draining and they would rather avoid it. Still, if you are presented with a situation that continuously minimizes or belittles you, you must stand your ground and ask for respect. The mere fact of sticking up for yourself is so admirable. It energetically creates a level of esteem from others. If the other party does not hear you, you will have strengthened your self-worth by holding your boundaries, and this new level of deeper self-worth will reflect in other areas of your life. Boundaries do not apply only to behavior from others, but also the way we treat ourselves. Do you have guidelines for food you put in your body, the people you create relationships with, the words you say, the topics you discuss? Tiger Palm's medicine raises its hand in your spread when you're also being asked to level up the energy you allow into your life. Start scanning what behaviors you hold that do not align with. I treat my body, mind, and spirit like a sacred temple. Tiger Palm's medicine directly asks you to set boundaries, not only with others, but with yourself. I hope that you guys like this reading. If it resonated, let me know how in the comments below. If you want a personal, you can email me. Everything's in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.